Good morning. I'm here with Cameron Kimball at the St Regis in the Quivira community on the Pacific side. How you doing, Cameron?
I'm great. Thanks, Wheaton.
No, thanks for having the invite out here. I've been seeing this project come along the whole time. So can you just give a brief update? It seems like this is pretty close to opening. This is going to be a huge thing.
Not only long last,
a huge thing for Cabo, or not only Quivira, but Cabo as a whole getting the St Regis flag. So where are things at right now?
stage of construction. I mean, we've all gone through challenges, COVID, labor shortages in Cabo, all these other fun things. But we're on track for the first phase of our owners. We now have 38 owners here already of our residential properties. They'll start taking possession at the end of this year. Certain amenities will come online slowly, but majority of amenities and full St. Regis Hotel opening, we're looking at summer of 26. So a little over a year from now for the hotel itself.
The actual real estate portion of the project. So how many hotel rooms?
So there's 120 hotel rooms at the St. Regis, and eventually there will be 74 residences. However, we've only released 50 thus far, so we don't have a timing on the next phase.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and the people that bought here originally have seen a nice increase in value.
They had a lot of vision and some faith, and they've been rewarded.
Yeah, because I have people that bought within Quivira, and they're asking me about communities, and I'm like, just wait until St. Regis opens up, and then you have the second golf course here, and it's really going to pick up the whole area. But just more about this property, it's pretty incredible. A lot of amenities, a lot of pools. Literally, you have to keep the windows shut right here. It's like you got the waves right there. Yeah. It's a pretty unique property.
Well, it means the best whale watching in Cabo. Well, arguably, but really not. I mean,
there's like a whole month where they were just kind of hanging out.
They were rolling on the beach. It was absolutely crazy. So yeah, I mean, the whales, and then, the sunsets over the Pacific. We've got a southern exposure. There's a lot of pieces that have come together. And then within the resort, the amenities, as you and I discussed earlier, we just signed up with Chef Gaetan, who's the first Mexican to win a Michelin star with his restaurant in Chicago. Then he has another restaurant with a Michelin star here in Mexico. So we're really excited to bring him on board for our signature beachfront restaurant.
Nice. And you feel like this place will be like, what date will it be kind of like bustling around where you'll have?
Well, that's where we're really hoping. I'm excited. Unfortunately, I don't get to control the construction beans. I wish I did. But target opening of summer, which is a nice thing for a hotel because you have a nice soft ramp up into a peak season, so you would really think soft in summer 26. And then so by fall, full bore, bustling and everything just as tight as it can be.
What percentage of the real estate is sold? You mentioned there's another phase 2.
So we have released 50 residences thus far. And of those, over 75% have been purchased. So we only have, I think, 13 remaining at this point. The developer has 24 residences they can release, but they may do it now. They may wait until post-hotel opening and phase them in at that time. So as of now, officially, we have 13 properties available.
Really, the point of this video was to give an update on the construction, the project. From my end, I wanted to learn a little bit more about the project, which I know about, but also let the community, and just talking to you before, from my perspective, it feels like the hardest part of your job has already passed. It's going to ramp up like this. So it's my opinion that this project not only is going to be a success, but there's still a point right now where I believe there's a lot of value. And if you get in, I think, there's going to be other phases potentially that get released. You would just have a iconic, kind of trophy asset in Cabo that you can come visit. These places will be able to rent out with the 5-star resort and just the branding of the St. Regis.
Right. So you covered a couple of things there with the rental program. That is fully optional. So any owner, if they so choose, can tell the St. Regis, hey, please put my residence in a rental program. These are the dates that I'll use it. And so when I'm not in-house, please rent it for me. It was a lot of confidence from my owners because, St. Regis has been doing this for 120 years. So they're pretty good at it. And then regarding values and where I feel we are, my clientele, I mean, every client I feel is very savvy, but at this level, they've bought and sold multiple properties. And so they're looking at myself, they're looking at the other, competitive set. There's some gorgeous other properties here in Cabo, as you know, other 5-star flags. One of my clients put it to me most succinctly a few months ago. They said, Cameron, I looked at, one of your competitors. And my question is, what's wrong with you? Why are you at a much lower price point? And I said, well, did you stay at the hotel at this other competitor? He said, absolutely. I said, how was it? It was great. Did you go to the spa? Yes. Did you eat in the restaurant? Yes. How were they? They were great. You can't do any of that here yet. You will be able to in a year. So the nice part is where they're selling at a certain level because they are an open resort. They also have a rental program track record. I don't have any of those things, but I will. So give me a year. This is a St. Regis and it will be on par. So that gives us we feel operational and price point wise, we're well below what the market is currently yielding for an open property. So if somebody can have a bit of patience, give me a year and a half, I can probably provide more value and even that a better selection.
I agree with that. And we were out here about 3 years ago and just coming down here on the cart, you can see the infrastructure, everything's laid out. Mm-hmm. To an extent. So it's really kind of the final details. And that's what I wanted to let people know is that it really is, it's happening. There's value here. I know you said there might be one condo left for sale in the main tower and maybe 2 or 3 oceanfront villas here. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's phase 2. And then by that point, you might have more activity, more people here. And this is where I tell people is like pre-construction to community. When you have kids jumping in the pool, doing cannonballs, and then people drinking margaritas, that's really where you start seeing that equity rise.
Sure. And that's where, developers are in this business to capitalize and make money. And that's when they get to charge more money is when you can check into the St. Regis lobby and have a great dinner and then go, oh, what real estate is available? Well, we as a development team get to charge more money at this stage. We still have to offer a really good value. I think that is where we are at this stage. Speaking of development staging, everything in phase 1 in the hotel is fully topped out. Every building is as tall as it'll get. And so, for example, in the building you're referencing, I do have one residence remaining where that owner actually opted to go for a larger residence. But you can stand in the condominium out on the balcony and see, okay, what is my exact view in the future? Everything's topped out. Everything's already, as high as it's going to get. So you know exactly what your views are. There's no questions. And then the same thing with my beachfront villas. I have 3 of those remaining out of 10. And they're fully built. They're painting the walls and pretty soon they'll be furnishing those and I'll have a model ready in about a month.
Cameron, thank you so much for your time. I know you got a meeting coming up here.
Yeah.
So thank you for taking some time out of the day and give everybody an update on the construction process.
Thanks so much, Wheaton.
Thanks.